Hi, everyone, for day 6 with the challenge. And it's like, I'm so glad that we're talking to you, talking to every one of you and the amazing CFs. I'm going to start with myself. My name is Anaa Abulfaraj. I'm a CF from Saudi Arabia, and I give the mic to Zeinah.
Hello, I'm Zeinah Attar, also a CF from Saudi Arabia. Give the mic to Datu.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dattatreya, and I was just saying a while ago that the easier way of knowing me, I'm known as Dattu, and I'm a certified facilitator. I come from this city called Bangalore in the south of India. And now over to Mrs. Kiran Singh. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Yes, we have
Sorry.
unmuted ourselves.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kiran from India, Chandigarh, a small place near the capital of India. I too am a CF, and now I hand it over to Adi.
So I'm Rattan, and I'm also in Chandigarh, and I'm a CF and a 3-day body class facilitator. Yes.
That's amazing. How does it get any better? And today the challenge of is like to live in 10-second increments. And
Yes.
how does it get any better than this? I want to start with you all. It's like when you start, in the beginning, you start in an axis, and the idea of choice and the free will is like you're a free, you're like infinite being. You can choose. How the 10 second is like worked for you, or it's like how did you calculate that, or it's like how you function with the 10-second increments? Okay, I'll start with me. At the beginning, it's like we started, it's like no one talked. So I was like, let me go ahead. And then it's like, I'm going to ask all of you. When at the beginning, it's like when I started Access, and it's like, I acknowledge that I have a free will. It's like, I didn't know that I have a free will and I can't change everything. So I was like, the 10-second increments empower me to know that I have a choice every 10 seconds. So it's like when I wake up in the morning, and it's like, and I wake up in a very bad mood, I knew that I can change it. It's like in this 10 seconds, I'm in a bad mood. The next 10 seconds, still in a bad mood. The next 10 seconds, oh, I chose to change it. The next 10 seconds, I'm going to ask a question. The other 10 seconds, I'm going to ask the universe to contribute to me. So it's like the past didn't wrote my future. And day by day, by starting the 10-second increments, it started to reflect all of my choices. Because it's like I knew that I'm not married to my choices if I chose something. And there's like 10 seconds have passed, and now what can I choose? What about you, Doctor? How did it work for you? Let us know.
Thank you, Anna. Wow. There's so many things to share. I'd like to begin by saying that, the 10 keys to total freedom, like one of the things that we speak about, which actually was, the first time I read it, it was in a book. And I really had to look at my entire life, like my entire growing up and college and making the right decision to get the right job and study, etc., was supremely unconventional, right? Like it never fit in how everyone's supposed to do everything a certain way. And there was always this label of how you're wrong and how it's unconventional and how you're so last minute and how you are, like terrible but you would like, I would always end up kind of sailing through it and like kind of having it all at the end of it. And I was like, wow, there's this book that's talking about what it actually means, like, like this reality, the kind of importance that it gives on what it is to really seize opportunities. Like you get one opportunity and you need to get that opportunity, and you need to like like excel with that opportunity, and if you don't, then you're a failure. What access consciousness, I think, as a system of work kind of brings to you is this thing which allows you to know that there is so much beyond just these opportunities. Like there are these amazing possibilities that really, really is something that you can access every 10 seconds. Like there are these possibilities that you can have every freaking 10 seconds. And you aren't wrong, and there isn't one recipe. And that, I think, was one of the first times there was this almost validation of me that I wasn't wrong. That, the way I chose in the past was actually from my knowing of I can do things, I can choose things differently every now and then. And that's such a cool space. So for me, the 10-second increment tool is such a wonderful reminder of what access consciousness is, which is this thing of everything that has occurred 10 seconds ago is insignificant and does not have a bearing or does not have an impact or a shadow with and on what you're going to choose next. And you're not that limited little thing which the society demands or expects of you to be. And you can be so much more. I mean, I can go on talking, but then that. Would anyone like to go next? Zeinah.
Okay, I can go next. For me, the 10-second increments, like when I was first introduced to the access tools, I always was running. I have to finish this. I have to read this book. I have to finish my degree. I have to finish my master's. And then I have to take 5 more degrees and work and be a mother and cook and not give anybody anything to do but me. So when I looked at it, okay, so I have 10 seconds to live my life right now. For me, always the basic thing was, why are you laughing? This is not the situation to laugh. Don't laugh right now. It's wrong to laugh here. So for me, I look at each 10 seconds and it allowed me personally to laugh in situations, even when it's not appropriate to laugh, because I was trying so hard to be appropriate and it didn't work for me. So that was the biggest impact, and it helped me so much with my son, because he would come to me and he would build scenarios and I would build scenarios, and then okay, so let's live 10 seconds. Let's see what we can create. So I can push the mic to Rattan and Kiran.
Thank you. Would you like to go first?
Okay, so all of you said that access actually taught us that we always have a choice and we can do something different, not what this reality wants us to do. And what I got from the 10-second increment is that you have the opportunity to choose just because you can choose. And you don't have to make a right choice or a wrong choice. If you don't like a choice you made, change it. If you don't like the next choice, change it. If you don't like the next choice, change it. So it sort of relieved us of trying to always look at making the right choice. And you just made a choice because you have the ability to choose. So you kept choosing, and keep choosing differently, and you keep creating different things in your life. Yeah, that's what it got. What would you like to say?
Yeah, I'd just like to say that, this beautiful tool has given me so much of freedom. I always thought I had to fit in the box. Like Zina also said, do the things, the appropriate things. And like Anna also said, and I always felt I never had a choice. So it kind of gave me freedom from, everything to be me. And it's kind of, I came to a space where I could choose for myself. I could choose for greater possibilities. I could choose for consciousness. I mean, it was not about only this reality, fitting in the box, doing the right things. And it gave me freedom from the rightness and the wrongness. So that was one thing which kind of, wow, you can choose. Like Adi said, you can choose because you can choose, not because it's right or wrong. And the best part about is that there's never a wrong choice. Even now when I look back, there's never been a wrong choice. I mean, there are choices that contribute hell of a lot, and there are choices where you can let them go and choose something different. So this tool has been a big contribution to me and kind of help me to know that I can be me and choose for myself. Would anybody like to say anything more?
Yes, exactly. I love what you were saying. It's like the tool itself to live in the 10-second increments. It's it's in a place it's empowered all of us, and everyone is like we know that they have a free will. It's like, and it took us from a place when we went like we used to like brush our teeth, wake up in the morning, go to work from an autopilot mood, as if it's like we should do these things and we don't have a choice here. And everything in life is like, if we know that we chose it, we can change it. So like we are the power to change everything. And it's like here is like the place to receive, the place to allow the universe to contribute, the place of not choosing to have a problem. It's a place of a choice. But it's like before the 10-second increments, or the like before I knew that I had the choice, I thought it's like I was a victim in all of the situations I had. So it's like it happened. Nothing happened to us. We chose everything. And if we knew, it's like maybe it's like I chose to fail in an exam or to do stupid things. But it's like I chose to do that thing. And now what do I want to choose? And it doesn't matter if it's like the brilliant choice or not. It's just a choice. And I love the idea. I remember it's like when I read the 10 Keys of Freedom, I read that book before it's like I took the class. It's like it started from the like it started from the idea if you were in a jungle, and it's like there's a lion in front of you and wants to eat you. What are you gonna do? It's like 10 seconds to run your life. You're gonna jump, and then you're just gonna choose not to die. And it's the life. It's just in 10-second increments. 10 10 10 second is up. Now what you're gonna choose? 10 second is up. Now what you're gonna choose? 10 second is up. Now what you're gonna choose? Imagine that is like if I have a problem. It's like now I'm mad about it, and in 10 seconds, there is an allowance to choose even to be mad or to be a victim, because you're just choosing it for 10 seconds. Sometimes we ladies, it's like we the PMSing and stuff, we want to live and we enjoy and indulge in like the victimhood. But it's like knowing that in 10 seconds, just I'm going to choose the victimhood, and the next 10 seconds, victimhood. The next 10 seconds is the victimhood. Another, oh, no, no, no. I'm bored. Now I want to change. Want to change it. It just, imagine it's like in relationship, it's like between couple, it's like if every day they took it and every second is done 10 seconds, this 10 seconds, and the next 10 seconds what it's going to be. What do you think, all of you? I can keep
Yeah,
going.
right. There was something that you said, Anna, which reminds me of a conversation that one of my favorite facilitators, Christopher Hughes, like he was speaking in one of the classes, and he said one of the things that access kind of that allows you to really be everything, like being a chameleon, like you're allowed to be anything. And I think, and my sense is like what the 10-second increment like really allows you, it gives you the freedom to be everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Versus if you do look at other systems of work, and if you do look at the way this reality works, there's so many parts of you that are so terribly judged, right? Like you can't be angry, or you can't be killing, or you got to be saintly, and you got to love everyone, and like find the light in everyone. But what the 10-second really allows you to do is the 10-second increment. It allows you to actually be like terribly angry at someone if that is what it takes. And then the next 10 seconds after that, you can be anything else that you'd like to be. And I get that the way access kind of delivers this information is without any judgment, which allows you to be all of you, which allows you to be everything, which I think is such a phenomenal gift. And I can never forget that conversation around, like, are you willing to be a chameleon? Like, are you willing to be everything in every situation without having to be that one particular image that you have decided that you must be? So, yeah, another thing that 10 seconds of choice that really creates for you. Anybody else?
Yeah. So what I get really is that this 10-second increment gives me an opportunity to relax in my life. I don't have to be tense about the choices I need to make. I don't have to figure out things. I can just be relaxed. And when you can relax into your life, everything moves so smoothly and flows. You don't have to exert, there's no force required, there's no friction. Everything works with ease. That's what I get in choosing in 10-second increments. Let's say something.
Yeah, I'd just like to share an example where I felt this 10-second increment really, really contributed to both of us. We have Dattu also here today, and I'd just like to share about how, uh, like, we were choosing to facilitate a class, and we had this class in Bangalore. Now, for some reason, something showed up, some festival was there, because of which all the people who had signed up, one by one, decided to postpone the class. So the host asked us that would you still like to come for the class? And in fact, she made it very clear, please don't come because you cannot even break even with your finances. It doesn't make sense. It's just one person. So the only question we asked was that, is he really keen to do it? She says, yeah, yeah, he didn't get leave. So he chucked his job. He left his job. So Adi didn't even blink an eyelid. He said, we are going. And she said, but no, it's not going to contribute to you all. You're not going to make money, this, that. He said, it's not about money. Now we went for that class, and there was only this one beautiful being called Dattu. Had we not gone for that class, he's been such a contribution to consciousness, to so many people, to access. So it was in those 10 seconds when we chose, we are doing the class. So
Wow.
I feel that this when you have the choice of choosing without going into the polarity of is it good, is it right, is it wrong, and you can change it still, it always shows up as a contribution. So, I mean, I feel that this has been one of the thank you, Datu, for showing up and being such a contribution to access, my dear,
Yes.
and to consciousness.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Would you
Wow.
like to?
Nah. Wow. Like when I heard this, for me, this tool specifically was the most uncomfortable one because I had the point of view if I'm going to choose in 10 seconds, then something is going to pop. I'm going to do something extremely wrong. I'm going to do something extremely inappropriate. Until one day I said, you know what? Let it be. Let me show up as all of me, regardless. I'm going to choose me in this 10 seconds. It was the only tool that got me to the point of, you know what? I'm going to be out of control. I'm going to be out of form. I'm going to be out of structure. And I'm going to be out of significance. And it's difficult to say that I don't care whether I'm received or not, but the main idea for me was I was having a conversation. I was asking Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane, how can I be like a tree? He said, by showing up and not caring whether the other person receives you or not. So the tool 10-second increments allowed me to receive me regardless, because it is uncomfortable to laugh all the time. It is uncomfortable to be more and to have more space and to be more happiness. Always the question, why? Why are they so happy? Why don't, like, catch up, be with the mood, like, let's commiserate, let everybody be sad together, as if, like, when you grow madder or sadder, that's maturity. So living in 10 seconds allowed me to, for lack of a better word, unleash the childness, the playfulness, the joy, the happiness. So I just wanted to, it's not easy to choose in 10-second increments in the beginning, but it's doable. It creates ease, but it's there is a space of practice. Like you have to use the tools before being the tools. So that I wanted to like mention that. So does
Yeah.
anybody want?
I mean, you
Mm.
said it so beautifully, Zena. Like the space from where you said it was so beautiful and so real that it's, it is that, yeah, it is that space. And then it is uncomfortable. And just because it isn't easy doesn't mean that it's easy. I love it. Thank you so much for that. Another thing that this reminds me of is this thing that Gary speaks about of how all of us look at other people's realities and try to become them in order to succeed in life, or have this other image and try to match up to that image, and we define that as success. What living by 10-second increment actually creates is it allows you to stop replicating, because every if you are going to live by 10-second choice and 10-second increment, you cannot replicate another person's reality altogether. And what it does as a byproduct by living by the 10-second increment is it allows you to then show up as you, because you're not copying anybody. You can't copy if you're living every 10 seconds, and that truly then gives you the freedom to be all of you. So what if this tool could actually allow you to be you? And yeah, I thought I'll just put it there. Anybody else?
Yes, I like what you were talking about. And it's like, I just want to add something. It's like living in 10-second increments, it takes off the blame for anything in our life. So, and there is this like, we have a distractor implants of blame and shame, and it stops us. It's like, as long, if we didn't unlock the places we blame ourselves in, it's like we can't live our life. If we drop that in this 10 seconds, am I choosing to blame myself for the choices I took? No, because in this 10 seconds, I'm going to choose a new choice. And the place is like when we think of time, because it's like when we ask for magic, we want it to be now. So to relax into the journey, it's like in this 10 seconds, what I'm going to choose to relax. In then this 10 seconds, what I'm going to ask for. And we ask for it. It just makes us in a state of practical magic, because it's like you don't like you don't hesitate or you don't go crazy if things didn't come, because in this 10 seconds you remind yourself it is there. The time knows that the universe is like it changes itself, and it changing um everything for us. I remember once, like 2 months ago, I was in I live in a city called Jeddah. So I was in a beach club that is an hour away. And mostly there's no taxis, Ubers reach to that place. And it was 5 p.m. And I had a TD call that I'm facilitating that starts in an hour. So it's like I'm just gonna run to the house. I clicked on I wanted to switch on the cars. It didn't work. I tried again, nothing. And I was like, in this 10 seconds, what else is possible? In 10 seconds, what I'm going to choose, what else is possible? In this 10 seconds, what I'm going to choose, what else is possible? I kept choosing what else is possible, and universe contribute to me, because it's like I want to cry because I was asking, and I wanted to go to the mind, but I kept using the question, what magic can I be in this 10 seconds? What magic can I be? And I turned my head, and I found it's like one of my friends, she's walking on the street. She parked her car like few blocks from there, and she told me she just wanted to come and check this beach club because it was during the week. And I was like, oh, welcome to me, Joy and Glory. And she came, and it's like she dropped me home, and I was on time. And it's like, it was funny. I was facilitating 10-second increments and 10 keys, a call sport. I was like, I'm here because I chose in 10 seconds not to go mad, not to scream. I just kept questioning, and the universe just brought me my friend that I saw her last time, like that day and 10 years ago. She was there. She was there. And how does it get any better? So like if we have more choices and we have more, what can we choose? And it's an easy tool. It's like you can just, like everyone who's hearing us, you can just ask in this 10 seconds, if I have 10 seconds to live the rest of my life, what I'm going to choose. The 10-second is over. Now what you're going to choose. And you just keep playing with yourself. It's not significant. Even it's like if we say the 10 seconds of increments, if we take it as significant, we take off the match of the tool, the possibility of the tool. But if it's like we just keep it the way it is, the playful, it works, and magically the whole choice is just not significant. What do you think?
I'd just like to add something to what Zina said, something very beautiful, that, it's not easy to choose every 10 seconds, because we've never been taught to choose. We've always been told since childhood, make up your mind.
Be
Why are you
consistent.
why are you so dilly-dallying about everything? Once you want to do something, then you want to do something else. So we've always been made wrong for choosing again and again, or choosing something different, not sticking to what we have already chosen, to the choice we have made. However, now that we've started using the tool, and like you said, don't make it significant. See the ease and the joy you have, and that freedom, like I said earlier. So I just wanted to add to what Gina said. Thank you for that, my dear. That it isn't that easy to choose initially till
Yeah,
you
because
realize.
we are not trained to choose in 10-second increments. We trained to choose and be consistent.
And the
With
beauty
the
is you
choices
don't
we make.
have to choose every 10
Mm.
seconds, but you have a choice.
Yeah, you have a
And
choice.
thank you for saying that because it reminded me when I was unhiding, like I made a demand of myself to unhide the greatness, to unhide everything. One of the most difficult but rewarding was looking at this with my son because we have been educated so much so on what's the right choice and what's the wrong choice, which eliminates the presence. Like, I cannot show up for me, him, my husband. Like, I'm talking about the immediate circle before going out to the outside circle. So if I'm maintaining my image, I want to be the right mother that nobody wants, or the perfect wife that no husband desires. So living in 10 seconds and unhiding that and getting out of like, okay, so do I want to choose this? Do I want to be like this? Is that the person I desire to be? If no, okay, so what can I do right now? And I know we're speaking a lot about this, but like we function so much from reward and apology. Being apologetic or being right or being rewarded, living in that space for me was my modus operandi. It's like when I wake up, okay, what am I gonna do right now? What am I gonna do? I don't want to. So moving to that and changing that. In the beginning, even my body was not comfortable, and being with that discomfort and like yesterday my son told me that his teacher told him to write an essay about something that happened difficult in their household. So he stayed with it for a day, and then he came back in class. He told him, I'm sorry, but I cannot find something difficult in my household. My parents educate me on ease, so even the hard things are difficult. So the teacher told him, then make up something. So I just wanted to, to, to share this right now. So does anybody want to take the mic? Make up something hard to share?
Yeah, I can recollect one. I mean, like we all experienced it. Initially, it was very difficult to make choices in 10 seconds, but once you got used to it, it really worked beautifully. And I remember once, uh, we tried to do what classes we want to do and all. And one class that I never thought of ever attending was the right voice for you. I said, why should I? What do I need to do this right voice for you? I've done foundation, I've done this, I've become a CF, and now why should I do right voice for you? So I had no
Sorry.
idea. But then I heard someone talk about what right voice for you is actually about, and it's about inviting people to listen to you. It is like pulling their energy
Sorry.
and being an invitation, which is very different from what you have in this reality where you try to communicate by using force. And I just heard that thing, and I, at that very instant, decided that I'm going to do this class. And I chose to do this class. And it was one of the most interesting and fascinating classes that I ever attended in Access. Because I just,
10 second.
10 seconds, chose to do it in 10 seconds. It's really beautiful. Yeah.
I mean, if I could ask RD to also speak about that thing that he speaks about with regards to body and pain and that thing about possibilities, I feel like it's a phenomenal thing with 10 seconds.
So actually, what happens is that we know that our bodies are always communicating to us. It's always giving us information. It is always every moment, every second, it is giving you some information, but we don't listen. We don't even acknowledge the existence of the body, and we don't listen to our bodies. And ultimately, we land up because we don't listen to our bodies in those 5 or 10 seconds that are available. We keep accumulating it and locking it up until it manifests in some severe pain in your body, and then you wake up and then you want to do something about it. But if you are present with your body every 10 seconds, you would be then actually present and listening to your body. And then you would know that you've eaten something not which is not okay, or you over exercised, or you know did something which your body doesn't want to do, because we don't even engage with our bodies. We don't want to say, hey body, what would you like to do? Would you like to rest? Would you like to walk? Would you like to go to the gym? We just choose what we want to do and we put it on the body. So here is a beautiful thing about a 10-second increment, where if you see, one of the things, if you want your body to be contributive to you and you want to contribute to your body, you have to be present. Now, how can you be present? You can be only present if you are living in 10-second increments. And that is also the biggest difference between a religion, spirituality, and consciousness. In religion and spirituality, you can go do the religious function or do the spiritual meditation, and the rest of the time you can do whatever you want to do. But in consciousness, you have to be present every moment of your life. And to be present every moment of the life, 10-second increments is the way to do it. That's what I get. I don't know.
Boom! Thank you so much. That was, I think, more or less what I had to say and what we had to say. Is there anyone else who'd like to say anything else to kind of bring this to a close today?
I would like
Anyone?
to add something.
Yes. Please.
When I came to Access, Anna was the lady I went to in the beginning. So I had been to so many modalities, so many techniques. I had traveled to places. I had been, I am ADHD and OCD diagnosed. Every doctor I went to gave me a free diagnosis with a bunch of pills that I did not take. So when I came to Access and when I showed up, you know what? Wherever you are, no matter what you think your problem is, no matter the abuse you've been through, no matter how low you think you dug yourself a hole deep in, or if you're extremely happy, it doesn't matter where you are in the spectrum. If you choose for you, there are many tools. You can go to Dr. Dane's page, Gary Douglas, Brendan, Datu, Anaa, Rattan, anybody. If you choose for you, nobody's a hopeless case. So if anybody's watching this and in this 10 seconds, uh, you want to choose something different, it is possible. Consciousness is not for the select few. Anybody can have it. It's a place of no judgment. And you know what? There are people that do actually have your back. So no matter what background you come from, no matter what loving relationship, abusive relationship, maybe somebody in another continent, like Datu, I've met him a couple of months ago and I called him and he contributed to me. We don't know each other, but there are people that exist that have your back. So I just wanted to like mention this, and like this is truly an invitation to, in this 10 seconds, choose.
That's so beautiful. I mean, like I'm so mushed right now. And somebody just said, like on the comments, that thank you all for your sharing. You are awesome. You look like a family. So thank you all so much. Giving you all a big tight hug. And I know we are across continents in different cities, but thank you so much. I think it was such a beautiful, beautiful thing we created. And tomorrow is day 6, everybody. So please stay tuned. And yeah, does everyone want to say bye?
Yes.
Yes. Bye bye.
Bye
Thank you very
bye.
much. Thank you, Zeinah. Thank you, Anna. Thank you,
Thank you.
Dattu.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. And what you gonna choose in this 10 seconds?
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yes.
A lot of fun. Yay! Does it get any better? Thank you, everyone.